Hey, fellas, commission's back in the house, and I know it's been a while, but man, I'm telling you, brother is busy. Got business stuff going on. I keep saying I'm gonna get away and knock this out, but I'm literally going 14, 15 hours a day right now. Anyway, here's where we are. I've done this video actually about 4 times, so I should be able to know it without even looking at the screen anymore. But what we're doing, or where we at, we have basically 4 teams that have pretty much locked up a spot. It's not guaranteed, but they're pretty much in. NFC division, Eagles and Crusher are pretty much in. Eagles definitely in on record and points. Crusher's definitely in on points, though they're in a tie, a three-way tie for second with Illmatic and Superfly. But they have 844 points, so they're just 1 point behind just for fun for the number 2 spot in points overall. So MD's in good shape. AFC division just for fun, definitely locked in. Bet Your Money is pretty much locked in because they have a 2-game lead in second place over 3 teams. And so they would have to lose 2, and 2 of those 3 teams would have to win 2. And then there's the tiebreaker, don't forget, is head to head. So that makes a difference. He may even be locked in. I haven't looked at it in that depth yet. But if Bet Your Money is beating Killer Bees, No Limit, and Real Deal, then he's guaranteed a spot anyway. Or if he's beating 2 of those 3 teams head to head, he's locked in. So Bet Your Money's in pretty good shape. Now, it gets real muddy on these other teams because we have a lot of ties and a lot of close races for the wild card spots. Now, don't forget the wild cards are all thrown in. So at the end of the season, regardless of division, we look at all the teams, whoever doesn't have a top 3 playoff spot based on record, whoever those top 2 scoring teams are, they get those wild card spots. So based on that, you have Illmatic, Superfly, and my boys team all at 740 points for Illmatic, 718 for Superfly, 722 for the boys. So one of those teams will get that 3rd spot, and then the other 2 will be left out competing for a wild card spot. So as you see, it's real tight. Illmatic's playing well, like I said he would. I've been talking about that, and he's won 5 in a row, and he's scoring points. So if you're looking at who's likely to get that wild card spot, at least one of them, Illmatic looks pretty good. Now the other risk to teams like myself, Superfly, Killer Bees, that are all above 700 in that tight race for the wild card spot, is we don't want to have the Crusher get knocked into the wild card because at 844 points, he's 100 points ahead of everybody else that's competing for a wild card spot. So MD's going to get that wild card spot. So we need MD in the uh, top 3 spot on record, and ideally we need Illmatic in the top 3 spots. Then that leaves the wild card open for me, Superfly, Killer Bees, most likely competing for those final spots. But that's just my own personal desire. So that's how it's looking over in the NFC. Now AFC, you have Killer Bees, No Limit, Real Deal tied for 3rd at 5 and 6. Real Deal, Real Deal and No Limit probably definitely has to get in on record. They're at 629 points and 607 points. So they're about 80 to 90 points out of even being in the mix with all the other teams that's above 700 right now for that wild card spot. So they have to get in on record. Killer Bees is playing pretty well right now, like Illmatic. So they're at 706 points, but can easily pass me and Superfly if they keep putting up numbers like they've been doing here of late. So it's still, like I say, there's still a lot can happen here over the next 2 weeks, and it's likely going to go down to the final week because even whatever separation happens this week, it's only going to be a 1-game separation. So next week it can change going into the final week, and then we'll have to go into the head-to-head to see who beat who to determine who gets those number 2 and number 3 spots, or basically those number 3 spots in both divisions. Well, number 2, the 2 and the 3 in the NFC, and the 3 in the AFC are still definitely wide open. So I know it's confusing, it's a lot, but that's one reason I didn't even push to do it last week. To do the video is because there's still so much that can change. There's no definitive situations right now outside of those top 4 teams I told you about. So good luck. Trade deadline is tonight, 9 o'clock. Like I said on the post, get it done or ride or die. So just ride out what you got. Of course, add and pickups, do that ongoing. Aside from that, I'll get the individual leaders updated. Probably will wait and do that going into the final week. If I have some close races where there's only a few points separating number one, two, even if there's a number three in there, I'll put that on there so you'll know if your player is close to an individual championship for $25. And I'll put that up there going to the last week. And that's about it, fellas. So good luck. And got a lot of opportunity here for a lot of teams. And we'll see how it all plays out. So have a good weekend. Have a good Thanksgiving. If I don't post before then, be safe and enjoy the family time. And we'll see everybody heading into the games. Maybe I'll make sure to post before Thanksgiving because we have some Thursday games. And let everybody kind of know where we are going to the last week before Thanksgiving. So maybe I'll try to get this up on Wednesday. So have a good one, fellas. Talk to you later. Peace.